Hi there, this video for next week's extreme site for high pressure weather forecast UK 2022. Like this video, here's music, please a thumbs up. Place of interest today with the global sea temperature of the west coast of South America, episodic region, the North Pacific Ocean, upper global sea temperature, the North Atlantic, upper global sea temperature of the west coast of Africa, upper global sea temperature, and the Gulf of Mexico, upper global sea temperature. Let's see what's going on today, guys. Wow, wicked, man. Tunky, showing back some very cold East Pacific Ocean, upper global sea temperature waters. Very extreme. That usually favours a very cold winter across the northwestern parts of Europe. You're going to get eastern cold La Nina base more than the western part. And the North Pacific Ocean is cooler in the east and warming up in the south still. And the North Atlantic is cooling down quite a bit. And of course the middle part of the Atlantic and the tropics as well. It's starting to cool down across the Gulf of Mexico right now, guys. It's all pretty hot around here, around Europe though, which is interesting. Very bizarre for the time of the year. So yeah, it's like a late cold winter across northwestern Europe at the moment. But it's all to play for, guys. That's the upper global sea temperature. This is the American Joel Z prediction, GFS model. And we go from, wow, it's about this low pressure system. Winds coming from the east there, guys. Southeasterly, easterly winds. Continental air coming from the east. Right, we'll go from now, this present time. It is the, wow, you name it, 23rd of November. Talk about very stormy wet weather for the next 2 or 3 days as we go through this weekend. And the high pressure builds in. Slightly to the south, and then it goes away, and it comes back in, so by west winds. It starts to dry out next week. It's the southeast of southern England. The north's a bit wetter than the north. Then it starts to get a bit colder. Look at this. If you get towards the first week of December, it's about easterly winds, northeasterly, southeasterly winds, all over the place. Continental air coming from France and from Europe. So it should get quite cold there, quite wet, and probably quite snowy and wintry. Probably wintry showers at that point. 8th of December, it might get quite snowy. Well, it might be like dry and it's iconic, but it's more like snowy weather, guys. Interesting. This is the upper air temperature of working town locally. We've got all these models here connecting what's going on. Down here, talking about the rainfall patterns. And down here, this is the red line, it's the 30 average line for the temperature, the white line for the temperature going. So you can rely up to about the beginning of December. So we're going from here, red line is literally below, well, it's the 30-year average line, the white line is above it. Then it goes below it as it gets to the first 2 days of December. Then it goes above it again. And then it goes down again. Quite a drop there if you get towards, you name it, the middle part of December. And it looks pretty cold, guys. And it definitely looks like the operation was going pretty negative. Then it goes above it, the white line does. And then as we get towards Christmas, then it goes right above it. Well, then, but yeah, it's interesting. Talking about a lot of rainfall spikes here. Maybe some snow spikes here. These might be snow showers. There'll be some dry days as well. They'll be in between these rain spikes. I think some rainfall spikes down here, with rainfall spikes or snow spikes. I think it's cold enough. This is the upper air temperature of Bude and Cornwall. Same idea. Red line's the 30 average line. Rely up to the middle part of December, and white line's where the temperature going. Down here, we've got rainfall spikes and snow spikes, perhaps around here if we get towards the middle part of December. So red line is literally 30 average line. White line's with the other, and then it goes below it as it gets towards the first few days of December. Then it goes above it again, then it goes down to below our average when you get to the middle part of December, and it goes above it again. It's undulating, interesting. Talk about a lot of rainfall spikes and dry spells, and maybe some snow showers as it gets towards the middle part of December across Bude and Cornwall. Oh yeah, it might be cold for snow there, or wintry showers. This is weather forecast of working town. Talk about a very, wow, you name it, a Saturday mile southwesterly wind, and it's fascinating, it's absolutely fascinating. And yeah, we're talking about the temperature. Been pretty mild for the time of the year. It's mild as we get into that day. Of course, working town locally, this is southeast southern England region. And pretty unsettled on those days. And that day, Sunday's not an unsettled day. This weather forecast is a little change. It starts to get calm and actually high pressure building in. And the winds with the southwest, 1017 in the future. And it literally starts getting higher, the pressure does as we go into the future. This is the Arctic oscillation. When the Arctic oscillation has been negative like that, means you've got high pressure over Greenland or over Scandinavia, creating northern blocking, and low pressure over the UK, which is looking very likely, which is interesting. The North Atlantic oscillation is the same in agreement. It goes slightly up, a little bit higher, but it's definitely both in agreement. Interesting, isn't it? This is the Ball Project Dune up at, well, you name it, guys, 10 HPA. This is with the stratosphere. It's about an SSW trying to happen here, guys. Stratosphere warm, a warming period here, coming towards the North Pole, trying to knock that out. And this is what we're doing in the future across the UK. So back to the very heavy rain coming in here towards the, you name it, the southwestern parts of the UK and the southern England regions tomorrow morning. It's the heavy rain for tomorrow morning. So yeah, it's all to play for. That's video. Please thumbs up. Subscribe to Sun Gems. The force will be always going to spot the needs to me. Watch this video. Please subscribe to Sun Gems.